Hey everyone, welcome to the end of week recap. So just a quick video just to run through the week's price action, the trades we've taken, and just sort of recap on the week as we approach market close in a couple of hours. So we'll start off with EU coming into Monday morning. I've just partitioned this off for the new week, and a really textbook setup which we had on Monday afternoon, New York session. So if I just flick out to the 4 hour, see what sort of position we was in from a directional bias at this stage. We were caught between this high and this low. We whipped and closed on the 4 hour, which gave us that NFT, so we can take advantage of some sells, but we can also take advantage, if we did get to discount, is some counter trend buys back up into here. But as you can see, with this trade, we are well in premium. We've moved down, heading into New York session. No setup, straight London. Really nice sweep, grabbing that liquidity. And this one, managed to get in with a 7 pip stop. Dropped to just beyond target, but we took profit at 3%, and then it quickly reversed and went on to make new highs. So that was a nice way to start the week with 3% there. Moving into Tuesday, London session, and like I spoke about in last week's video, these are the sort of trades which you take time and time again. And at this point, I'll just keep flicking out to the 4 hours so you can see which situation we're in with directional bias. So after that initial trade on Monday, we then broke that high NFT, so we moved that line to there, following this up to the most recent low, and then we've broke with this impulsive 4 hour candle. So we broke with a body close above that high, followed by another bullish body close. So we're now in an SFT position. So I'll just mark this on just as if we were trading it live. So this is now SFT. So at that point in time, we can look for continuation trades without it moving back to, without us getting back to discount to look for buys. But we can also take advantage of some counter trend sells, so counter trend SFT here, and it's one of those positions tagged in, tagged out within the same 15-minute candle. These things happen, you can't do anything about it. Same way we took 3% here, we gave back 1% here. It is what it is, can't think too much about it. I spoke last week about just not digging into your losses too much. They are what they are. Losses are just a part of the game. If there was 100% strike rate strategy out there, then yeah, you can ask that question. But as there isn't, you need to expect to take losses, and they're just part and parcel of being a trader. Sometimes you're tagged out for a loss in 2 hours. Sometimes you're tagged out in 15 minutes. It is what it is. So that's what I mean. Analyze it, journal it, and forget about it. So then moving forward into Wednesday, and I'll just adjust the 4 hour as we head into Wednesday. So we had this SFT in which we tried to take this counter SFT trade, and then we're still stuck between these ranges. So high, low, SFT to the upside, you can still take advantage of some longs, and we can still take advantage of some counter trend SFT as long as we're in premium. And we got another sell setup in on Wednesday, which was this position here. So Wednesday London session, again, a 50-minute range, into kill zone, sweep, extended sweep entry. So I just discussed the extended sweep. So when that candle closed, I had my entry set there for around 10, it was around 10 pip stop. But then as we pushed higher and we broke the high of this candle, and I was able to then move this up and set the entry with a 7 pip stop. Tagged into the position, obviously targeting a 1 to 3, tagged into the position and tagged out by 9:30 a.m. And again, not thinking about it too much, completely valid, counter trend SFT trade, out for a 1% loss. So far with EU, 3% and two losses, so a net 1% at the minute. Heading into, that was Wednesday New York session, and Thursday London session. This was where, and we do get these sort of positions quite a lot. So at this point, let me just update the 4 hour. So at this point, heading into Thursday, we had SFT again. So we broke this way. Once we interacted with this 4 hour high, so this is their current range, low and high. We've broken this high impulsively with a 4 hour close, followed by another 4 hour body close, bullish close. So this becomes our new range, and we've had SFT of this high now. Straighten that up. SFT on this high, and we can take continuations in premium. We can take counter trend sells in premium as counter trend SFT. And if we do get to discount, SFT works the same as FT would, so just normal follow through. In this scenario, we did get back into discount, so this was taken as basically a follow through trade, and was able to enter here. So I know a lot of you caught this move. Sweep of this candle, entry on this candle here, and midway through this trade was when we had a counter trend SFT move set up at the same time. So midway through this, once this candle broke this high, we're then back in premium, and it's a case of, do we hedge? What do you do in this scenario? And I know a lot of people get uncomfortable doing this, as they may have never hedged before, they may have never done anything like this, and a lot of the time it is sort of sacrificing 1% to sort of guarantee a winner at either side of it. So once this trade was running, and once it took this high, it was running quite nice to 1.3%, broke that high impulsively, and for me being pro trend, I did have a feeling that this trade would take profit, but when you're in the moment, you never know what the market's going to do. And for me, if I take it in back testing, I want to take it in the live market. So there was this counter trend SFT trade here, and it was a case of being tagged in, tagged out on the hedge, but in order to allow this one to run on to profit. So net 2%, 3%, minus 1% on these two trades. Had to take it. If this one would have moved up here and this one would have ended on TP, you'd wonder why. You'd ask yourself the question, why didn't I take this trade? You take that all day in back testing, as long as counter trends in your plan and trading SFT, counter trend SFTs in your plan, then you take it all day, every day. And that had my 2% max risk open at that point. But yeah, so took the loss on there, took the profit on there. So net 2% there. Break even on, 3%, 2%, back down to 1%, 4% and a minus 1% loss. So 3% on EU for the week. No more trades so far. I'll just run across where we currently stand with EU. So as we currently sit, this was our range heading into this morning. We broke with a wick and close that confirmed NFT. So once that 10 a.m. candle closed, we had confirmed NFT, and obviously it broke that high again, but we're still wick, so we still confirmed NFT. So we can pop that in. There we go. So we're looking for sells in premium or counter trend moves from discount heading into only an hour to go till market close now. Nothing really shaped up today, a bit of a slower day, but we've had plenty of opportunities throughout the week. So yeah, we'll see what the next week brings. If we, so as we currently are, we're confirmed NFT, and it'll be one of those scenarios come Monday, looking for sells in premium or counter trend buys from discount. It's nice and simple. Switching over to GU, and just the one position for me on GU this week, which was closed early due to news, but I'll just run you back through that position. So if we mark in our highs and lows, we were SFT short, so bullish, a bearish body close past this fractal low, followed by another bearish close. So that is SFT to the downside. This becomes our range. Just marking this just to make it nice and clear. SFT to the downside, and I'll just do bar replay. Just take it back to entry with what we were seeing here. So yeah, SFT to the downside, and basically we can look for sells here, continuations from discount. However, this short trade acted as if it was just normal FT, so prices worked its way back into premium. Just put on the 50% marker. So it's nicely back in premium now, looking for some sells. And extended sweep entry. So originally entry was sat here, as this was a range. So we wicked slightly on that one, had an entry set there, moved higher, extended sweep to there. Obviously at that point it was about a 9 pip stop I had set. Pushed higher again, moved up to this candle, covered the high for around 15, may have even been a 16 pip stop. Tagged in, and I know we had news coming out at, news was coming out at 1:30. Exit this trade around 1 p.m. for around 0.7% loss. Manual close just before this news candle, so I wanted to be well out of the trade before that. Yeah, sat in drawdown pretty much the entirety of the trade, but it is what it is. Able to get out at the close of that candle, at the close of that candle there, for around 0.7% loss. So manual close there. It is what it is. Not overthinking it. Knew I had to be out of the trade anyway. Pre-red folder news. But yeah, nice and simple. So if we just flick out to where we currently stand, I know Tom will cover this all in the Sunday market breakdown, but I'll just see where we stand for next week now. Current range is this range high, this range low, and it is SFT to the upside still. Large bullish break past this fractal high, and we've continued to make higher highs, and still remain in that SFT state. So until either this high is interacted with or this low is interacted with, then we'll remain in that SFT state. Looking for, we can take continuations long, we can take counter trend sells, so counter trend SFT sells. And if we work our way back into discount, we can take this as if it was normal follow through and take some buys from discount. So just wanted to recap the week's trades, what I've taken personally. I know a few others trade dollar Swiss, stuff like that, so you may have had more opportunity. You may have even had other trades that you've taken on these pairs here and there, but just wanted to recap what I've taken myself personally. So currently sat at plus 2.3% profit for the week, around that, obviously with the 0.7% loss there. 2 winners and 3 losses on EU. So yeah, that rounds up the weekly recap. I hope you all have a great weekend. Big shout out to those who are continuing to smash funding, seeing incredible payouts week over week now. You guys are really out there crushing it. It's amazing to see, it really is. So yeah, everyone enjoy your weekends, and I'll see you all next week.